Hi there, Joka here from A Pocket Full of Happiness, and in this video I'm going to show you a few new 5x7-inch cover plates, starting with the squares background, and on the right hand side there is the whirlpool background, which I already prepared for a different video, but then I didn't use it, so that's already put together. And then there is the second layer of the layering lattice cover plate, and I will use 3 of those. So I'm actually, at this point, I'm only planning to do 1 card with the squares background, but I will shortly realize that I might as well do 2 so that I don't waste any precious cardstock, but you will see what I mean. So in this case, I'm going to add this double-sided glue panel to my die cut, and this way it's gonna be really easy to fill in those slots with color cardstock. I guess sometimes it could work placing the die over this panel and then just push in the pieces, but in my experience that does not give a very precise result, or maybe I'm just not good at it. So I actually like to just do it one by one. It doesn't take long, and yeah, you will see it's really quite, it goes fast. So I have this one panel, and then I'm going to die cut the sections. I will use 2 different tones or shades of 1 color for each section, and I actually can die cut everything at once. I mean, every section I can die cut once at the same time, because there is this bar in between the squares, and that gives me enough space to puzzle together this these strips of papers. So basically you just have to go through the die cutting machine twice to create these 2 cards that I'm going to create. And see, I already prepared the second background because I realized here that I might as well create 2, and that I messed up. So I'm gonna remove it, and I will have to die cut that one piece again. So for 1 card, I am placing the outer squares, so the outer, squares. And for the other one, the inner one. And then the next die cutting, I am using the darker shades. And I'm going to fill them the opposite way. I'm sure I make no sense, but I guess you will see what that looks like. And I just quickly filled in the ones that fell out of the die, and now I am just pushing through the die cuts, and they are kind of, they remain in position, so to say. And then one by one, I am quickly going to fill these pieces. But I mean, the video is obviously sped up, but even without being sped up, it really didn't take, I think for the 2 cards, maybe like 10 minutes. I'm not even kidding. So I like doing things like this. I love colors. I love many colors together. So I like, it's interesting. I never liked puzzles. I never did puzzles. Not as a kid, maybe, but not many. But this kind of puzzles, I love. So if you, like me, love it, then I think you will enjoy this cover plate. So my idea here was, again, a grid design. I wanted to add a letter into each square, but it didn't work out because the letters that I used were actually too big and they just did not stand out. So I think if you have like small letters, I think, for example, I have the mini letters. I don't think I have them in stock anymore, but those would probably fit. But you see, these ones just don't stand out. And I actually wanted to do a tone-on-tone design, but even when I placed the opposite color, or like, you know, green on the yellow, it just still didn't stand out. So for one of my cards is going to be completely flat, like an inlaid thing. And then the other one, I am adding 2 extra layers of this die cut to create a more dimensional design. And that's actually my preference. I really love that added dimension. But just so that I show you 2 different ways, and maybe when I lift it up in a second, maybe you will see the difference here. Well, I guess I didn't show the other one, but I will show it at the end probably. Now this one I die cut 3 off. I actually don't know if I purposefully did that, or I just had 3 of these die cuts and I didn't want to waste anything. But I thought I'd add some dimension because it's going to be a very simple design. And I do like this. It just looks like an eyelet sort of thing. And I love white on white like that. But I just wanted to add some color in this case. And I figured this one is much simpler than filling in those small pieces, which honestly, they don't look small here. They don't look small, but when I die cut them, those tiny shapes were just so, yeah, really small. I didn't want to bother with that. So this is the easier way to add color, I guess. And then not to waste the letters that I die cut for the other card, I'm going to use them on this card, and I'm trying to space them out evenly. And to do that, I am following the pattern in the background. I kind of eyeball it, of course, but it actually works. I don't hate it. So I am gluing down the letters, and that's about it. In fact, now I realize that I have more missing footage than I just saw before, but I will mention that. So here I'm missing something. Here I'm starting to add the colors. What I wanted to mention, you only need 1 whirlpool with each color, and then you can fill all of them. And here it's going to cut out. And moving on to a different card. And now I realize that I also added enamel dots to that other card, the previous card. So that is also missing from the footage. So I have no idea what happened, but I will not have it anymore because I deleted everything already. So I apologize. This is such a shock. I had to now re-record the voiceover because I was just babbling. I didn't know what to do. And then this card as well, I ran through it. So I aligned the letters to the left because the U didn't work in the middle. And now I'm filling up those extra squares with enamel dots so that I have something in them, and then it's just tone on tone. I hope it makes sense. I'm really so sorry that I don't know, half of the footage is missing. It's quite embarrassing, but I hope it helps anyway. Please just ask questions. This is the one, it's actually my favorite card, and I'm missing the whole thing, but I hope it looks straightforward. And here you see I added enamel dots in coordinating colors. That's also missing. So I'm so sorry. If you have any questions, just ask, and I'm always happy to help. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.